Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 10, Chapter 17. A Prize to the Prize Giver. The college is celebrating its first annual day today. It is now a year-old baby. A baby that has grown 1 year is more difficult to manage than a newborn child, for it starts to toddle around and is subject to slips, falls, and straying into danger spots and accidents. The mother, ayahs, and nurses have therefore to be more vigilant hereafter. The child may wander onto the road and get hit by scooters, cycles, cars, and trucks. So too, this college may meet all kinds of distractions and diversions, like envy, pride, prejudice, which will ruin its health. The mother, the managing committee, the ayah, the principal, and the nurses, the pupils, have to be extra careful, for any negligence on their part will mar the future of this institution. They have to serve the college in full cooperation with each other and with a sincere desire to build up fine traditions. The Himalayas, which form the bastion of Bharat, are symbols of its might and majesty. They remind us of the purity that we should develop in ourselves. They teach us that we should be as firm, as unshaken, as the snow-clad peaks, as unaffected by the noise and turmoils of the bazaars of mankind. The Ganga that originates from these ranges is the symbol of the rectitude that is the basis of Indian culture. The Yamuna, which also rises in the Himalayas, is the symbol for the sense of justice. That is a valuable element in its makeup. The Saraswati is the symbol of the sincerity that is the very basis of spiritual discipline, recommended in the scriptures. The Saraswati is the subterranean river that joins the Ganga and Yamuna at Prayag. Bharatiya culture will remain strong and sustaining as long as the Ganga flows. Even if the Ganga dries, the culture will remain fresh and fulfilling, for the world needs it and it is charged with eternal values. Character is more precious than wealth. Children of Bharat have a great responsibility cast upon them. The wish to develop faith in the culture and encourage its practice arose in me recently, and I felt that students have to be the pioneers in this renaissance so that this college is founded and is being run on proper lines. Special emphasis is laid here on the fostering of character, which is more precious than wealth or physical strength, or skill or scholarship. You may have millions, but that will not ensure mental peace. You may have strong physique, but ask the sturdy men in the entourage of the governor who is here whether they have mental peace. They will reply no. We are also giving this college instruction on the fundamental principles of all faiths from the sacred books like the Gita, the Quran, the Bible, the Dhammapada. The feast of Ananda that is thus provided to the young minds is being relished with great satisfaction. This evening, the students are putting on a stage play from the Mahabharata, named Sri Krishna Rayabaram, the Peace Mission of Krishna, written, taught, and directed by me, instilling in them, as well as those who witness the play, the great lesson that joy is the interval between one stage of grief and another. The grief of exile was followed by the triumph on the battlefield and that was overshadowed by the heart-rending grief of Draupadi at the slaughter of her 5 children by the vengeful Ashwatthama, son of the Brahman preceptor, who taught the Pandavas the art of archery. This is the theme of the play. Peace springs from the heart within. Endurance, with joyful resignation of the ups and downs of life, is the royal road to peace. Everyone craves sukha and shanti, happiness and peace, but there is no one to instruct youth how to win them. The Ramayana and the Mahabharata are reservoirs of knowledge for the seekers of peace. They are replete with examples and precepts which are inspiring and timely. By taking the teachings to heart, purity can be attained. The pure heart, directed towards God and reflecting His image, is indeed heaven, Vaikuntha or Kailash. It is a national disgrace if the sons and daughters of India, which was for centuries the light of Asia and the guru of the West, gropes in the dark, blinded by the scintillations of the scientific inventions of the West. But peace does not drop from outer space. It springs from the heart within. College education gives you the chance to earn a few rupees and live thereupon. But unless it destroys certain illusions that are nourished by the common level of mankind, your lives will not be happy. One illusion, which is basically undesirable, is living under the impression that you are the body and that you are destroyed with the death of the body. Another illusion is happiness, consisting in the accumulation of money or knowledge or comforts or reputation. Trying to be happy through such accumulation is like getting into the Madras bus and hoping to reach Bangalore. What is happiness? It is the state of mind which is unaffected by fortune, good or bad. By systematic education, the mind can attain that stage. If activity is done as worship, then the mind will be steady and free from anxiety. Mind control is the fundamental need of everyone. The governor of Mysore was saying just now that students must keep away from the controversies of politics and not get distracted from studies by them. I advise you to concentrate on studying, for politics at present, and perhaps always, is a sordid game where passions run high and prejudices are cultivated as a respectable policy. Rajakiya is the word in Telugu for politics, but it is more correctly described as Rajakaya, meaning factional right. You must all learn to become a new type of leader, leaders who have passed through the crucible of seva, selfless service as sadhana, leaders who have passed through school and college and mastered the problems of the present and future in the light of the past, leaders who appreciate the traditions and culture of this country. This is the job for which you have to prepare yourself. The Telugu word for job is udyoga. Mark the word ud, yoga. Ud means upward, rising, emergent. So it is the progress in yoga that defines the nature, the purpose of the job. And what is yoga? Yoga, as Patanjali says, is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, the control of the agitations and anxieties and fears of the mind. The people in charge of administration are devising various controls and conducting propaganda for popularizing them. They have food control, cold control, birth control, and various other plans. But the most fundamental thing needed, namely mind control, is absent. You may sit in an air-cooled room, but if your mind is agitated by anger, envy, greed, or fear, you will find the room pretty hot. Dress should be decent, not outlandish. Education must also remove hatred between the pilgrims on the various roads to God. There is only one God, one goal, one law, one religion, and one reason. You have to come to Kadugodi from 100 different villages and towns. But you have all come to have darshan of one Swami, Baba. This college will pay attention to providing a complete education, namely Karma Marga, Dharma Marga, and Brahma Marga, path of dedicated action, of righteousness, and of spirituality, all three. You may continue in this college or join some other college later on, or go home after finishing your studies. But wherever you are, you must shine forth as recipients of this special attention. You are sure to inspire others by your example of integrity, sincerity, and spiritual yearning. Dr. Gokak mentioned externals of modern living, like foppish shirts and sideburns. Yes, I like simplicity. I like dress that will not discourage people from approaching you for a kind word, a bit of service, a helping hand. It must be clean and decent, not outlandish and queer. It should not be worn to attract attention. Just as you desire to wear clean, comfortable clothes for the body, desire also clean, consoling exercises for the mind, like japam, dhyanam, repetition of holy word and meditation, etc. Use the eyes to watch wholesome things, the feet to proceed to the house of God, the hands to serve the embodiments of God moving around you as men, the tongue to soothe pain, praise virtue, and glorify God. Do not use the eye to vulgarize your brain, the feet to stand in queue for deleterious films. You saw now Sudhir, the blind boy, carrying away a number of prizes for his preeminence in studies and in general performance at college. Blindness has deprived him of one route towards degeneration. Of course, I do not say that one should lose his eyes in order to be perfect. The greater heroism is to have eyes and not use them for one's downfall. The fault for students' vagaries lies with elders. The arrangements for the college day were all made by the boys themselves. They have been at it for days, and today they have not had a moment's rest. Though I asked them to take an hour off for lunch, they said they would much rather finish the decoration on the dais and keep the area clean and charming. Boys are really good, willing to do their duty and shine well in studies as well as in the field of service. The fault for their vagaries and waywardness and for their occasional sprees of indiscipline lies with the elders who set before them poor examples of truth and self-control. Urged on by the atmosphere of false values and fake activities, they become infected. The boys of this college will exercise a healthy influence on their kith and kin, as well as on the villages to which they belong. As a result of the incompetence and intrigues of the elders, the towns have become hotbeds of restlessness. That is why this college has been established in rural surroundings. Character is the most precious gift of education. I consider gratitude as the chief component. Gratitude above all to the parents for this gift of life. Revere the parents who are sacrificing their comforts in order to give you this college education. If the parent bewails, I sent my son to Sai Baba College and he has turned against me. He has no respect for my wishes. He is as good as lost to me. It will cause the college great grief. If, on the other hand, the parent says, I sent my son to Sai Baba's college and my son is now so obedient, so willing, so eager to respect my least wish. Of course, my wish is ever his prosperity. But yet, previously he used to grumble a lot and do things under protest and in a half-hearted way. This will be the prize you give to the college. You got prizes today from the college for proficiency in sports, studies, elocution, essay writing, etc. You must give the college a prize. And do you know what that is? When your parents shed tears of joy when they see you healthy, happy and good, that is the prize the college gets. Leading useful, honorable lives. They are full of joy. That joy is the prize you give your college. Kadugodi, July 23rd, 1970. Medicine and hospitalization are for those who doubt and hesitate and argue about this doctor being more efficient than the other, this drug being more powerful than the rest. For those who rely on the Supreme Doctor, his name is enough drug. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.